Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of ScrumTalks with RP. Today's episode is brought to you by Big's Dessert, and on today's episode we have two very special guests, Ryan Coinakis and Thomas Bosley. How are we, boys?
Good. Good.
Yeah, right. So, boys, what's been happening in your worlds lately?
Yeah, obviously, lots been happening. School, a bit of footy, and then obviously a big week this week going into a grand final.
And how do you really get yourself ready for that one, Riser?
Yeah, obviously playing up in age has been a big challenge to us younger boys, but obviously we just try and prep like we prepped the whole year and just keep things natural and do the same thing that we've been doing the whole year to get us here.
Yeah, and what's been happening in your world lately, Boz?
No, nothing much, just footy and school.
Yeah, so obviously, Boz, you had a head knock last week. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, all good. It was just a foot incident just happened, and it was a really good game. It happened pretty early, and it was a really good game out there. So fortunately, I was able to play. But yeah, all good.
Yeah, obviously you missed out on the Roosters game last night, but how did the side look?
Yeah, they're looking good. It looks like they're going to be a strong, competitive team, and yeah, it'll be a tough team to make. But hopefully, I'll make it.
Yeah. So, boys, you've had a footy in your hand since day one, but when really did your journey begin, leading to up until now? We'll start with you, Boz.
So I started pretty young. I think I was like 4. And yeah, my first year I was playing with my brother down at Coinakis Tigers. Won a few grand finals there. And then when I was 14, moved over to Bulls, and then, yeah, it's been great.
And what about your rep footy? Any big achievements or anything you've really, just what's been like your big achievements so far?
Probably last year with Bulls winning the grand final. Yeah, it was a good experience. Good bunch of blokes, and yeah, it was good.
And yourself, Ryan?
Obviously grew up with 2 older brothers that love footy, and Dad coached a lot of footy, and I played when I was I was one of the youngest kids to ever play footy. I was like 2, and then obviously played at Rhinos till I was about 11, and then we thought it would be best for my footy to move over to Coinakis when I was 12, and yeah, I've been there ever since.
Yeah, and you rep footy. You're obviously at Para. How do you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's been pretty good being with all the boys from Toonie, and we've had a good crew for about 2 years now, so it's been good, and yeah, hopefully make development. Obviously got trials on Wednesday, and then yeah, see how it goes.
Now, Ryan, obviously you've got the name Riser. Where did that all start?
Obviously, Dad has a lot of nicknames for everyone. For the older 2, Josh and Lockie's real name, Joshua and Lachlan. He goes, I need a nickname for Ryan, and he goes, may as well call you Riser, just shorten it for Ryan. So, yeah, that's where it all happened.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, boys, you've been in the game for a long time, but, what's really one achievement that's really, stuck out to you and been your favourite so far? We'll start with you, Boz.
Yeah, it would have to be the grand final last year. It was, just like I said, it was a good experience, and yeah, it was good to win.
Yeah, of course. And yourself, Riser?
Obviously, playing in the GF against St. John's last year was a pretty good game, but beating St. Mary's, obviously they were all the talk, and we didn't really, weren't the favourites coming into it, and then beating them 32-6 is something pretty special. First year together, and to do that, pretty, special.
Yeah. Anyway, Boz, you've got a huge Harrimat season coming up, How excited are you really for that?
Yeah, got to make it first, but yeah, like I said, it's looking like a strong team. A few boys from New Zealand, a few boys from Queensland, and a few younger ones last year that played coming back up. So yeah, it's going to be good. Going to be a good team to be a part of.
And what will you bring into that team?
Probably just a bit of impact.
Yeah, and boys, obviously you've been around the game, but who's been your real big influencer in your career so far? We'll start with you, Boz.
Probably have to say my dad. He's pretty experienced in rugby league, so he's always helping me as a player on and off the field. So yeah, I'll probably have to say my dad.
Yeah, and yourself, Riser?
Obviously, having two older brothers and my dad around the footy for a long time, like, definitely look up to them three. They've been, like, my mentors and guidance for, like, since I've been born. So, probably them three.
Yeah, and Riza, with another, season of development coming up, what's your main focus for that?
Obviously, got to make it first, but I want to have a good development season. It's like a little thing leading into match. Play 9 games, so I obviously want to find good form and then, hopefully win a couple games and, just get ready for a big match season the year after.
And, obviously you started your journey really in the back row. Obviously, you're quite versatile these days. What do you really want to play, like, going forward?
Like back row, maybe back later in the career, but now I think I'm a lock or a hooker. Love playing lock, but hooker I really enjoyed playing it this year, and I feel like I've been going alright at it too.
Yeah, and obviously development will help you to get better in that. But what's a little thing in your game that you'd like to improve the most?
Probably just my like eager to run a bit harder and stuff, and for hooker, obviously a bit more deception and stuff near the line.
Yeah, for sure. Now, boys, obviously, you set some goals at the start of the year. Have you achieved those goals as of yet? Riza, you can go first.
Yeah, obviously, I set one of the goals to obviously play week in, week out footy. Like, there's been a couple of setbacks the last couple of years. Obviously, just want to play consistent footy the whole year. But obviously, the big one that we set as a team was an individual was to make it to the grand final a year up, and we've done that, and that's probably been a real special achievement. Like, it hasn't been easy to get there.
Yeah, and obviously, when you tick something like that off, obviously it feels special and rewarding, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially like to Dad and Howie, PC, they've helped us so much, and we wouldn't be where we are today without them too.
Yeah, obviously, the team's definitely improved from the start of the year until now. What do you reckon, what's made that, improvement happen?
Obviously, we started real slow this season. I don't even reckon we could field a team there was a couple of weeks where we couldn't field a team, then we just started finding some form, and then obviously we come back in the season and we're killing it, and then, it's like, there's just a bond that will never get broken in our team, and that's, I feel like that's led us to the grand final, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And Boz, at the start of the season, I remember reading one of your whiteboards saying that one of your main goals was to start in your club footy team. Obviously you've achieved much more than that goal, but what else was your goal at the start of the year?
Yeah, I had three. It was starting lock or something for Bulls, consistent footy, and as the season went on, I really had goals for each game I played this year, and I think that helps with my performance week in, week out.
Yeah, and obviously, you've improved heaps this year, but what really would you just put that down to mainly?
Probably just an attitude change and working on my fitness.
Yeah, and, you said attitude change. How have you changed that?
Just, realising, we're getting, to the tough part now. We're getting older, we need to get better. And there's other people getting better around you, so, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, you've definitely got big few years ahead of you boys, but what are your goals mainly in the future? I'll start with you, Riza.
Yeah, obviously play consistent footy development, and then obviously next year try and play mats, and the main goal to end this year would be to win the GF this weekend. That'd be pretty special, I think it would be the first team ever to win a grand final up in age, like a full team. So it'd be pretty special, you know what I mean?
Yeah, now, obviously you guys, came up at the start of the year, and, you guys were meant to play Div 2 at the start of the year, and, you guys got in, put in Div 1. Obviously, that's got to be a goal. That would have had to be a goal for you, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, 100%. We spoke, as a group early on, that we wanted to be in a grand final no matter what, and, now looking at it, like, it was probably the best move to go up to Div 1. Like, at the start, our team didn't have much confidence to know if we could go up, and then when we started playing a couple of games and started killing it, we realised that we could actually do it, and I really like that's been the massive change in this year, like the attitude change and the switch of attitude to do better and, now the main goal is to win a premiership.
Yeah, and then obviously, what experience and confidence have you got out of playing up in Division 1?
Oh, obviously it's been massive, I've realised that, like, size doesn't really matter. Like, there's boys in our team that aren't the biggest, but just put their body on line every week. And obviously, I feel like my footy's gone up a lot, and obviously I'm learning new things every day and learning how to become a better person too and a better player on and off the field. So, yeah.
And Boz, what are your main goals for the future?
Well, obviously to make the NRL, but before that, probably make the Harness team at Roosters. And then after that, the Schoolboy Cup squad at Paddy's.
Yeah, anything like, after, the Harry Mats season, what are your goals after that?
Probably the Schoolboy Cup squad at Paddy's. That'll be a big one.
Yeah. And, boys, obviously playing footy each week, surely you guys have some must-do routines before a game. We'll start with you, Boz.
So the night before, I'll always have pasta with either a steak or chicken.
Yep.
Then on game day, I'll go for a walk and just visualise my game, basically.
And, in your, when you go on your walk and visualise, what are your main focuses in that?
So I'm visualising running towards the team, like my goals, basically, and how can I achieve those goals.
Yeah. And you, Riza?
Obviously, look, everyone's a big pasta boy, like, on the night before. I feel like that's, like, a must in rugby league. But obviously, pasta, wake up, always got to have bacon, eggs, and then go for a walk, go coffee with Dad, and it's the same every week, and it won't change forever.
Now, you touch on coffee. Not many kids our age really like coffee, but, what makes you like coffee, Riza?
I don't actually know, like, I don't know, Dad always loved coffee, and when I was younger, I used to have to stick to it, and then, now, Lockie and Josh never had coffee. Now we're all drinking coffee. We can go to the coffee shop, and the boys get the coffee. It's not a chocolate milkshake anymore, so the boys are growing up, and, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. And, boys, what are you really wanting to do in this off-season going into Howard Mats and development, boys? We'll start with you, Boz.
So we got a little two-month block here before we go back to Roosters Summer Squad.
Yep.
So yeah, probably just working on my fitness and strength in these 2 months.
Yeah, and you, Riza?
Yeah, obviously my goal, RP would know, just try and put on weight and get pretty big. 'Cause you never know what could happen, like with footy and stuff. You can get caught up, and it'd be pretty good to play development. But yeah, I hope footy works out. Everyone wants to play in a role, but you just got to take little steps.
Yeah, and I'll throw you boys under the bus here. I hear that you boys are great golf players. So, tell me about your golfing career, Boz.
Well, I was good, but I've kind of given up on it now.
Yeah, and why have you given up?
I turned to shit. Terrible.
And Riza, would you like to tell everyone listening about your experience with an Asian man on the golf course one time?
I've been stitched up here. Yeah, so me and one of my mates called Bo were on the golf course, and we'd taken too many shots, and he started having a go at us, and then come over with the golf club and try to hit me, and then I was so lost, and then after we finished the course, he came up to me and was like, "I'm so sorry, mate, I didn't mean it," and then he bought us all Powerade, so I knew I wasn't in the wrong, but he bought us Powerade, so yeah. And my golfing career, I played once in about a year.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining the episode today, boys. That's another wrap for Scrum Talks with RP today. And boys, thanks for sharing your stories and your goals with us. And thank you for everyone listening.
Thanks,
Thank you.
RP.